Yesterday I had a few ideas of what I was going to do today, Monday, and then I had a message from a friend and my ideas of what I was going to do all changed. So sometimes you need to pivot, i.e. you need to change your idea of what you're going to do. Excuse any background noises of Polarises and things going past, or side by side as you might call it. The message I got from a friend was to say that there was somebody she knew who had too many goslings and would like to rehome some of them. And I've wanted goslings for a while to help keep down the grass around here. So after a little bit of a kōrero or discussion with my dear hubby, we decided that yes, we'd go ahead and get some goslings. So that meant my plans for today changed. So this morning I've been down by the stream gathering some willow. Down there on the ground I've got a few sturdier longer pieces, and then I have some thinner willow. I'm going to attempt to make a small willow fence because I'm not sure that this piece of wire is going to be long enough to go all the way across in the greenhouse where I want it to go. For once I've left the door to the greenhouse open. I usually leave it closed so the chickens can't come in. I thought it wouldn't hurt if they started to do a little bit of a cleanup. I do not have any food for you at this point in time. It's not dinner time yet. The other thing I need to do to get ready for the goslings is to provide somewhere for them to sleep at night, even if it's temporarily. I'm not sure yet how old they are, but I'd like them to have somewhere warm and dry, at least while they settle in. So since my greenhouse is not really being used for growing much of anything at the moment, apart from a few peach trees and my hollyhocks, I decided that this space here would make a great place for the geese temporarily. So my plan is to finish moving the bags of grass there, move the boxes, leave the plywood down on the floor and stack grass in here. Whatever is dry, the chickens are scratching up. Whatever is fresh, the geese may well eat, or sorry, the goslings will eat. And bring in some straw, which I've already gathered. I sized some down in the meadow this morning and put some straw in here. Then my plan is to, the wire that I showed you, I'll run some from this post here as far as it will go, and to close the gap I'll make a willow withy fence, little trellis. So I will put you on hyperlapse for some of this because tidying, right? Next task, dismantle this ring of chicken wire. It was actually our first compost bin when we first moved here. I'll find a photograph of that to put up. It served a good purpose, then it was repurposed around a fruit tree. Now we're going to repurpose it again. So this, and my plan is to weave this piece of bamboo through, fix it to the post there with some screws, and then this will be the other end. So I'm going to take it apart and measure it. Right, let's see how long it is. Spade can hold it up. Yeah, as I thought, not quite long enough, but that's okay. Now I can make a short gate. So I will cut the bamboo and feed that through. We'll be able to straighten that out. Might need another piece of bamboo fed down there to strengthen it a little bit, or some wire threaded through the top. Find a nice straight bit. want it to be too thick. Let's see how we go with this. Don't need to go in and out every hole, just every few holes. I'm going back just a few holes just so that I can have a strong finish to it. I believe that will work. Press the spiky bits in. Okay, bit of string, measuring tape. Loop this over here, just temporarily. Tie it up to here. This is just going to give me a rough idea of how long I need to make my gate. If I make it more than 1200, they can overlap. Maybe we'll go 1200 should be enough. Feels like rain is coming, so let's work a little bit quick. I felt a few spots of rain, so let's move back into the greenhouse. Right, girls, if you're coming out of the rain. Right, my plan is to make some holes for my bits of willow. I'm going to use my dibber carefully, and I've got a drill bit. Shh, don't tell hubby. And then space out my uprights and then begin to weave. Let's see how we go. Piece of glass. Oh yeah. So some of this ground is quite hard and some of it is not too bad. That bit is not too bad. So I plan to use the thick ones at the far end and the straighter ones. That one can go in the middle. And I'll bang them in a little bit if I can, or I'll prop them up with rocks. Rocks it might well be. As I said, this is just a temporary fence, so I am not too worried if it is not. Fantastic. 1200. Okay, cool. And then we'll go 300, 300 with the slightly thinner ones. Cool. I'm happy enough with that. Now I don't know how far they all are into the ground. So I think what I'll do now I've got those in is I will measure up so far, put a little bit of green painter's tape so I know where my bottommost piece of willow is going to go, and then start stripping leaves off and weaving. Found the tape. How far up do we want to be? 150. Excuse me, it is not your dinner time yet. And of course it stopped raining again. Hiya, I'm back after a cuppa and about to start weaving onto these sticks here. I will show you a little bit and then I will put you on to time lapse. Then I'll bring you back at the end. Let's get to it. I haven't woven willow before, but I have woven other things. I'm going to try and choose the straightest bits. Strip off what I don't need. These are fairly supple because they're just fresh cut today. Yeah, it's going to be a little creative. But that's okay. We can push things up and down and around. We can probably tie them in place. I might go and get some harakeke or flax and tie some of those in place. Don't know too much what I'm doing, but I did watch a couple of videos yesterday to get the principle. If you start at this end with a thick one, then next time you start at the other end. And of course, if you've done an in on that side, if you've gone in front the first time, then you go behind the stick, the upright, the second time. I don't need to space them too close together because I'm really just going for a temporary barrier. As you can see, I've made a start. I've been in, had afternoon tea, come back out and started. I've got some flax. I'm going to split some pieces off. It's fairly pliable. And I should be able to just tie it in a simple knot. Just to hold it in place. So I think I will tie each of the first layers where I want them to be. just tying it in a simple reef knot. Is that right? I know it's probably getting closer to 5 o'clock. Do you think it's your dinner time? Just let me tie this last one. Yes, hold on, I don't have food. Hi, I thought I'd make a very quick video of the setup to show you. So I'll flip my camera so you can see what I'm looking at. We have a gate just in case they should bust through the extremely security system I have. I'll show you that in just a sec. Might be a little bit tricky to see, but there is some wire mesh across that area there, and I will take you through the gate. Bear with. Weights. Very stunning weights. Sandfly. Most of the time, this weight will be on that side to kind of keep the two gates together. If I want to go through, we carefully put the weight over that side. Open sesame. There we go. So now on this side, that's just tied up there. Hopefully it will be strong enough. We may bang in a waratah. And then this is the area where they will be during the day. So it's a fairly good size, as you can see. Bit of straw on the floor, I'll put a bit more. A bowl for water when I shut them up at night. Can close these windows, although I don't think they'll get out. And there are all those windows as well. And then we'll turn around, go out through the door. Compost bin, I rearranged the fencing. We'll back up a little bit. So the fencing comes across to here and then across to that fence. The chickens for now can be on that side. And then we've got this area here where the white fencing is. Trough for some water. and then it comes back to connect up to there. So my plan for the next couple of days when I actually get them, for the next 2 days after I actually get them, is to enclose them in the area there in the greenhouse at night and shut them up in there. And then I thought during the day they could have the space outside as well, because it is contained, and because that greenhouse in there today, even though it's not fantastically sunny, it's up to 30 degrees. So I reckon they would get just too hot in there. And if they get outside where there's a bit of breeze, then that's a lot better for them.